Have you ever noticed how hard it feels to truly talk to your husband about what's going on inside you? Not because you don't have words, but because you're afraid of what might happen once those words leave your mouth. Afraid the conversation might turn cold or defensive, or end with you feeling even more alone than before. And you wonder how communication, something that is supposed to bring two people closer, can sometimes create so much distance in a marriage. Because communication doesn't always fail with shouting or harsh arguments. Sometimes it fails quietly, slowly, through misunderstandings, emotional silence, and unmet needs. And this quiet failure is especially painful for married women who love deeply, who care emotionally, and who often carry the invisible emotional work of the relationship. Let me share a story that may sound a lot like your own. The story of a woman named Laura, a wife who truly loves her husband and believes in her marriage. From the outside, their life looks stable and respectable. They share a home, responsibilities, routines, and history. But inside, Laura feels a growing emptiness. Her husband is not abusive or intentionally hurtful. He provides, he works, he shows up physically, but emotionally he feels distant, unavailable, and disconnected. When Laura talks about her day, he listens politely, but without presence. When she shares something that hurt her, he offers quick solutions instead of comfort. And when she finally gathers the courage to say she feels lonely, he becomes quiet, defensive, or emotionally withdrawn. And each time this happens, Laura feels a little smaller, a little more unsure of herself, until she starts questioning her own feelings, telling herself she might be too sensitive, too emotional, or expecting too much from marriage. So she begins to hold things in. She stops initiating conversations, she smiles, she functions, she takes care of everything. But at night, when the house is quiet and her thoughts are loud, she feels an ache that's hard to explain. The pain of wanting emotional closeness with the person you married, but not knowing how to reach them. And this is where communication truly begins to fail. Not because wives talk too much, but because their emotional language is not being understood or received. Women are often taught to communicate through feelings, connection, and emotional honesty, while many men are conditioned to communicate through logic, problem-solving, and self-protection. So when a wife says, "I feel lonely," what she is really saying is, "I need connection and reassurance." But what a husband may hear is, "You're failing as a husband," and feeling criticized or inadequate, he emotionally shuts down. Not because he doesn't care, but because he doesn't feel safe. And over time, this pattern repeats itself. The wife feels unheard and emotionally abandoned. The husband feels criticized and overwhelmed. And both partners slowly drift apart without fully understanding why. And it's important for every wife to know that this does not mean your marriage is broken beyond repair. It means the communication style needs healing, awareness, and gentleness. Because expressing emotional needs is not wrong. It is not weakness. It is a natural and necessary part of intimacy. But how and when those needs are expressed can make all the difference. One of the most important things every wife must understand is that communication is not about explaining yourself until you're exhausted. It's about expressing yourself in a way that feels safe for both of you. Many women over-explain their feelings because they are afraid of not being understood, but long explanations can sometimes feel overwhelming or pressuring to a husband. So instead of trying to justify your emotions, try simply naming them with calm honesty. Saying something like, "I've been feeling disconnected lately, and it hurts because I miss feeling close to you." Short sentences spoken gently often reach deeper than long emotional speeches. Timing is another crucial factor that often gets overlooked. Important conversations should not happen when either of you is tired, stressed, distracted, or already emotionally flooded. Choosing the right moment shows emotional wisdom. A quiet evening, a peaceful drive, or a calm weekend moment can make a huge difference. And instead of launching into the conversation, invite your husband into it by saying, "There's something on my heart, and I'd really appreciate your attention for a few minutes." This signals respect and connection rather than confrontation. Emotional safety is the foundation of healthy communication.
If your husband feels attacked, blamed, or judged, even unintentionally, his natural response will be to shut down or withdraw. So pay attention to your tone, your pace, your body language. Slow yourself down, soften your voice, and remind yourself that you're not trying to win an argument, you're trying to protect the relationship. Communication in marriage is not about proving who is right, it's about understanding each other better. And at the same time, it's essential to protect your own emotional well-being. Expressing your needs does not mean begging to be understood or chasing emotional validation. Setting emotional boundaries is an act of self-respect. If a conversation becomes dismissive, hurtful, or unproductive, it's okay to pause and say, "I don't feel heard right now. Let's talk about this later." This shows strength, not weakness, because staying in conversations that drain you emotionally can create resentment over time. Another truth many women need to hear is that the way you communicate with your husband is deeply connected to how you care for yourself. A woman who is emotionally exhausted, constantly giving, and neglecting her own needs will often communicate from a place of desperation or burnout, which can feel heavy for both partners. This is why self-care is not selfish, it is essential. Taking time to rest, reflect, journal, pray, meditate, or connect with supportive friends helps you regulate your emotions and reconnect with your inner strength. And when you feel emotionally grounded, your communication naturally becomes calmer, clearer, and more confident. Your words carry stability instead of silent pain. And I want to remind you of something very important. You are not too emotional. You are emotionally aware. You are not difficult. You are human. And wanting emotional connection in your marriage does not make you needy, it makes you honest. Strong marriages are built on silence or suppression. They are built on emotional safety, where both partners feel safe enough to speak, listen, and grow together. Even if communication has failed many times in the past, it does not mean it will fail forever. Sometimes healing begins with one small shift, one calm conversation, one moment of courage. Sometimes progress is slow, but every effort matters. Every time you choose to express your needs gently instead of holding them in, every time you choose calm over resentment, you are actively protecting your marriage. You deserve a relationship where your voice matters, where your feelings are respected, and where love feels emotionally secure. And no matter how disconnected things feel right now, that future is still possible. So if this message touched your heart, know that you are not alone. There are many women walking this same path, learning how to balance love, self-respect, and emotional honesty. Share this message with a friend who may be silently struggling. Leave a comment about what part of communication feels hardest for you, and subscribe for more emotional guidance, healing conversations, and support designed to help you protect and strengthen your marriage. Because your feelings matter, your voice matters, and your marriage is worth nurturing with patience, clarity, and gentle courage.